Welcome back to SMN, I'm Liam Wolf.
And I'm Ken Ligon. Today we're rolling the dice on Paradise.
And we'll also take a look at a pair of twins that might just make you see double.
All this and more.
Stay tuned.
Clubs at Smithville High School, the game club Paradise is one of the least recognized.
Game Club was the original brainchild of some now graduated seniors who came to me and heard that I liked games and was a gamer. Would I be willing to sponsor one? They've actually been a little bit surprised that it still exists, because it was originally just 5 or 6 kids who wanted to have this club and be able to do this at school, and it's just kind of stayed and grown from there. I've had Game Club here since all but my first year here, so it's about 5 years old now.
Since Paradise's creation, they have been making many memories and good times.
There's a lot going on constantly, there's multiple different games being played every day, so you can drop in on some people playing one thing, some people playing another, and it's just it's very dynamic, I would say.
I just like just having a place to go every Thursday to just hang out with my friends and play good board games.
Thanks to the efforts of many, the club has created a community like no other. If you are interested in joining, feel free to stop by on Thursdays after school. I'm Jada Goodall signing off for SMN.
We caught up with Spencer Miller to talk about the upcoming football season.
I feel very confident about the upcoming season. We're going to do good as long as we take it one game at a time. Don't worry about the next games. When we play one game at a time, we'll keep going our way, hopefully the state championship.
Along with Spencer, we caught up with his twin brother Isaac to talk about how they like playing with each other and their plans after high school.
I love playing with my brother. Sometimes he can be a pain, but as an overall statement, it's very fun, and I'm glad I get to just play my last season with him. No, typically it's a lot of fun, and I got a lot of brothers on the team, so it's not just one, it's my whole team. So my plans after high school, I only have one offer to play football in college right now, but I'm not really too sure. I haven't decided if I want to play football or baseball or even do both, so as of right now I have no idea. So my plans after high school, I'm planning to go to some university, some college, play football, and then get a degree in something, and then I'm going into seminary right after I get out of college, so very excited about that.
We are excited to see what these twins can give us this football season.
Many would be surprised on how much effort and work goes on into making a weekly Warrior segment. Today we are going to give you a behind the scenes look on what goes on behind the camera.
The first step of the segment making process is to get an idea. This is easily one of the hardest parts because there are so many different ideas and options. But you have to make sure that the idea is interesting and appeals to those in the school and in the community.
Something difficult about making a segment is planning and also script and coming up with the ideas, because me and Sam can think of an idea like that, but we gotta think, hey, how will the whole school, or how will most of the majority of the school like this idea? And so coming up with a good, solid idea that we can make a nice minute-and-a-half video on is hard to do, but it's stressful, and it's also like a little adrenaline rush when you do it. Unlike anything else.
The next step is to get B-roll. B-roll is film that goes with the main topic, but it's overlaid on interviews and voiceovers. Like for instance, B-roll is playing right now. The next step is to get interviews. Interviews are pretty self-explanatory. They're just the interviewee answering questions that they are asked. Sometimes you have to email the person you want, and finding a time and place that works best for you and them is sometimes hard. These can be the most interesting parts of a segment. The next step is to edit. This can be the easiest part, or it can be the most difficult, depending on the person. We use Adobe Premiere, an editing software, which can take quite a bit of time to get the hang of. But luckily, once you're done editing your segment, all that's left is to export it. We then send the segment to our head editor, who puts all the segments together, which makes up a weekly Warrior.
Though making a segment can be difficult and time consuming, getting it done on time is always a great feeling.
Welcome back. Oh gosh, I wasn't looking at the camera. Welcome back, SMN. Welcome back, SMN. Welcome back to 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 SMN.
Stay
Stay tuned.
tuned.
First try. First try.